Students, we'll be starting with the chapter number 4, structure of atom. Okay. Now, in this chapter, we are going to learn about the subatomic particles and the various models that have been proposed to explain how these particles are arranged within the atoms. Okay. Now, subatomic particles means we are talking about electrons, protons, and neutrons. Okay. Now, let us first start with the charged particles in matter. For understanding the nature of the charged particle in matter, let us first carry out the following activities. Now, in lower classes, you have seen this activity that you comb a dry hair and it attracts small pieces of paper, or rub a glass rod with a silk cloth, okay, and bring it near an inflated balloon, okay. So all these activities we have seen, even rubbing scale and attracting piece of paper to that scale, okay. So from all these activities we have already concluded that in previous lower classes that rubbing two objects together, they become electrically charged. Now where does this charge come from? Okay, now this question can be answered by knowing that an atom is an divisible and consists of charged particles. So first of all, we should be very clear that atom is divisible and it consists of charged particles. Okay, now in 1900, okay, J.J. Thomson, okay, he discovered one subatomic particle, that is electron. Okay, but before J.J. Thomson, okay, there was Goldstein in 1886. Now what he discovered was some new radiations in a gas discharge tube, and he called them as canal rays. Now these rays were positively charged radiations. Okay, this led to the discovery of another subatomic particle. Okay, now this subatomic particle had a charge which was equal in magnitude of the first discovered subatomic particle, that is this we are talking about, that is electron. The magnitude is same, that means the value is same, but it has got opposite sign to that of electron. Okay, and its mass was 2000 times more than that of a electron. Okay, so you can compare this with an electron with an ant and proton with a elephant. Okay, that much difference was there in their mass. Now this was given the name proton. Now an electron is represented by E and proton is represented by P. Okay, now the mass of a proton is taken as a 1 unit and its charge is +1. The mass of electron is considered negligible, okay, and its charge is -1. Now these atoms now are composed of protons, electrons, and mutually balancing their charges. Okay, but it appeared that protons were in the interior of the atom, whereas electron could be removed easily on and off, but not protons. But the question was, how were these arranged? Okay, so for that we need to go for the structure of atom. Now in the previous chapter, which we have not studied yet, okay, there's a Dalton's atomic theory in chapter 3 which we will be studying. Okay, he stated that the atom was indivisible and indestructible, but we have seen that yes, there are two fundamental particles, electrons and protons, inside atom. Okay, so that means the Dalton's atomic theory was a failure. So it was then considered necessary to know how electrons and protons are arranged within the atom. Okay, so the first model was proposed by J.J. Thomson. Now what is the J.J. Thomson's atom model of atom? Let us see. He proposed this model like a Christmas pudding. Okay, now if you see the diagram given in your textbook, now this is like a Christmas pudding. The whole thing is made up of positive and these are the negative electrons. Okay, so like in a Christmas pudding, the sphere is completely positively charged, and like dry fruits or currants, we have got electrons like this. Okay, another example is of a watermelon. The positive sphere is like the red colored edible part, and the electrons are like the seeds. Okay, so his atomic model had two parts. First part was an atom consists of positively charged sphere and the electrons are embedded in it. Second is the negative and the positive charges are equal in magnitude, so the atom is wholly electrically neutral.